Welcome to Season 2 of Solopreneur Success Strategies. This is Jane Gardner, and we are going to be talking about home business startup. And we're going to be talking about starting, running, and growing your own home business, whether offline or on. Monday is all about mindset, of course. Tuesday is all about starting a home biz. Wednesday is about selling, sales, and your customer. Thursday is going to be about running your home biz, and Friday will be growing your home business. Saturday is all about putting systems in your business, and Sunday is all about strategy. So subscribe to this daily podcast to help you start, run, and grow your home biz. For more information, go to bo8hb.com. Hi, this is Jane Gardner again, and today we're going to be talking about starting your home business. We've been talking about the type of funding that you can get in order to start your business. There may be inventory you need to buy, or there may be equipment you need to buy. As well, of course, you need about 6 months of money to survive as terms of your household expenses, etc. So you're always looking for funding in order to start your home business. And we talked about some of the general ways that you can do that by either asking your family or friends for a loan, going to the bank, going to the government for a grant, possibly saving up the money yourself and starting once you have the money set aside for your emergency fund, or you could use maybe some of your RSPs, etc., just depending on what you think the kind of cost would be for your business. Now, in order to figure out your finances, of course, you're going to have to decide whether you're going to plan and manage your finances. So it's imperative to have a well-developed business plan if you want to seek financial help, even from your family. I'm sure it would be a reassurance to them in order to see that you have everything well in hand and all researched. But of course, as well, from the government or from banks or for grants, you're going to need a business plan in order to submit it to either get a startup loan or get a government grant. And we'll be talking later about writing your business plan and some of the elements that are essential to any business plan. But for now, we're just going to talk about maybe some of the ways that you can finance your business. And so you can, of course, maybe get a grant depending on what kind of business you have. So it's always good to research because oftentimes getting financing is the most challenging aspect of starting a business. And so you need to know about the different types of financing that are available. You could possibly get a government grant financing or a government loan for your business. You consider going into the private sector for maybe debt or equity loans based on your assets that you have. You could even get financing from non-government organizations, not-for-profits, if your business is something that they could relate to. And of course, there's crowdfunding, which is the newest way to raise funds for your business. You can also, of course, use equity financing so that you can negotiate a deal with potential investors in order to obtain the equity financing for your business. You could use your personal assets, whether it's your house or your assets like your car, etc., although I wouldn't use your car, to raise money against in order to finance your business. And you may even consider going to a nonprofit if you feel that your business may be something that has a social mission. But we're going to just talk briefly now about crowdfunding. And it's a new thing that's happened now with the internet. It can be collecting financial contributions from many strangers, not usually connected to the financial sector. I know that at one point I actually participated in or donated to a crowdfund to raise money to do a movie on this old blues singer, which also, of course, helped him in his business as well and gave him some money for his life. And in return, I got some benefits from that. So it's usually done over the internet for a fee through crowdfunding platforms and funding portals. Participating in online communities dedicated to this type of fundraising can help you collect donations You can offer rewards or take pre-orders for whatever you're producing or your service. Equity crowdfunding is an option in various places, and certain regulators will also consider that. So stay informed about what you can do with crowdfunding or not, because it's changing all the time, and that by exposing your business idea to the business, you run the risk of having your idea copied. So do your research to find out how to protect your intellectual property before bringing it out onto the internet. Now, there are many factors that contribute to a successful campaign, including the number of people who see your campaign. That's probably the most important, and whether they buy into your idea. Telling a compelling story and raising awareness about your campaign are vital. So tools such as social media have been good in promoting campaigns. Be sure to do your research to find the right crowdfunding platform to showcase your idea, whether it's a nonprofit or a for-profit or it's an inventor type platform, that kind of thing. And while it won't work for everyone, it can be a way to test and validate your idea and also to promote your business. So if you get some feedback from people saying what an excellent idea that is, maybe they make a small donation or in order for a return, and you don't get the crowdfunding you need, at least you know that you've tested your idea, and you can use that once you do possibly do a business plan in order to get more funding. So there is many ways that you can do crowdfunding. I know in Canada there's a crowdfunding directory at, are we here? It is at, ncfacanada.org, Canadian crowdfunding directory, in order to find some of the places where maybe you can be highlighted as a potential way for them to invest. So consider that as a possibility. Certainly, depending on what you're going to be doing as a business or home business, you might be able to get some kind of support from crowdfunding. It's a new way to do business, so a lot of it can be sometimes a bit, is there any regulations to it? But there is, but you just have to find the right places to go and find that. And I think for those of us who are not really into bringing their business out into the public for investors, most new entrepreneurs use some of their own assets to get their business off the ground. And certainly lenders and investors want to ensure you have a personal stake before agreeing to give you the money. So you could use money in your savings account. You could use stocks, mutual funds, bonds, RSPs, personal property that you can sell. So you might also want to use personal assets for the business. Of course, if you have your own computer and such and equipment, you don't need to buy all that just separately for the business. So you could always borrow also from friends or family until your revenues comes in. That's called bootstrapping, saving money while starting your business. And but most importantly, for anyone who is finding funding, I think we have to discuss how to write a business plan, because whether it's your family or your friends, or the investors, or government, or grants, or banks, they're going to be looking at what you are going to bring to the table, so they want to know whether your business plan is going to be successful. So we'll talk about business plans next time. This is Jane Gardner, and this is one way to start your business, is to look at finding funding. Well, I hope that will give you some ideas to implement in your own business. And if you want more, go to boahb.com and subscribe.